Yeah, welcome back to Academia Talk. So I'm Roslinda and here with my partner Ari.
Hi, I'm Ari. Okay, today's episode is quite special because we are talking about HPNH, just not from medical perspective, but we also from real life experience.
That's right, Ari. So before we into the question and we talk like a heavy question here, let's move on to the light one. So how have you been so far in Bali? Like the experience. I mean, like where do you guys already go for holiday?
So we went to a holiday to Jakarta in Java for a week, and that was really nice. But it's very different from Bali. But we liked it. We liked to see the city, and
Yeah, but the time we've been there, we were really glad to be back to Bali. It felt really like coming home here. So
Already at home.
Yeah. Because we are now here for 2 months and we're staying here for 4 months, so we're now halfway there. But yeah, it really feels like home now. It's very nice.
Wow.
and also this Friday we go to Lombok, but that's for a project with school. We also go to Indixa, and we go with the Indixa people. We go to Lombok for a project.
Oh, that's interesting, right?
So you go to many
Places other than Bali, right?
Also in Bali we went to a lot of places. We climbed the Mount Batur.
Oh.
Yeah, it was hard but really nice. And we went to Ubud.
Ubud is
Canggu.
really nice. Canggu also.
Agreed.
Yeah, so we've seen already a lot of Bali.
Okay.
Ari, but before we to the next question, maybe can you introduce yourself first to our audience?
Of course. My name is Kim. I'm 20 years old and I come from Belanda. I'm a last year student of nursing study, and I'm now finishing my study with a minor here in Bali, and I'm doing the HIV/AIDS project. And I'm also doing a project with Nora and Marcia in Kayu Putih in a healthcare village, and that's what I do here.
Nama saya Marcia. I'm also coming from Belanda. I'm also doing nursing. I'm in the same class as Kim, so I'm also in my last year. And I'm 21 years old. I think that.
My name is Nora. I'm also 20 years old. I'm also studying nursing. I'm in my 3rd year of the study. Yeah, I'm also working on the HIV/AIDS project and the Kayu Putih project here in Bali.
So you're in the same class with
Kim and Marcia?
No, I'm here below. I'm in my 3rd year. They're in their 4th year.
Where the three of us are studying at the Applied Science of Winnesheim, but she is in Almere and we are in Zwolle, so it's a different city.
At the same university.
Oh, so different building. And
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Okay, you guys visit many places in Bali, but I will ask you in Singaraja in Buleleng, what you shocked the most, like the traffic or the vibes, or what else you
make you culture
makes you
shock,
like
oh, this is different with Netherlands.
I think the most shocking thing was the nice people here. Everybody in the Netherlands is very like in a hurry and very like we have to get work done, and here everybody just it's okay and everybody's smiling, and and that's like a good shock, a good culture shock.
Good shock. Yeah, that makes sense.
And everyone lives outside. In Malanda, a lot of people live inside, and things are closed at 6 p.m. And here everything's open until 10 p.m. So that was also quite different.
Oh.
Yeah, and for me, I think the traffic, but especially the honking.
Honking. Oh,
If you do it in the Netherlands, we can do it only if there's something, there's something wrong or
A dangerous situation.
then we can honk. But
Otherwise,
besides,
the police will come after you. So.
and we will get a fine. So it was very special to see her because I thought the first few times I did something wrong or everybody does it here. So
But fun fact, guys, we're hanging the motorcycle or beeping the car is when we like approaching, like say hi to people around, and also when we across the temple we hang it. Like
and
that.
also the tree light, the tree.
The trees, it's
yeah.
like the spirit one.
Yeah, spiritual
Yeah, we also
place
heard
in
it.
Bali, right?
Yeah.
We don't say hi, but we.
Yeah, to say hi to people.
Yeah.
But besides
saying
that,
hello.
I think it was. I thought it was very hard to ride on the left because in the Netherlands we ride on the right side.
Yeah.
But I think it's not so hard. You drive with everybody, so yeah. Yeah,
used to it very
yeah, we
fast.
get used to it very fast. Yeah.
In the first weekend, I had to think about it. Sometimes I ride on the right side, but
Really? Forget. You think this is Netherlands? That's fine. Oops. All right. Oh no. Left. Oh, it's okay because you're here we ride in the left one. So yeah. That's a big culture shock for the Mari. And after that, what is your favorite food in Bali actually?
Like the most favorite. Like I will eat. It is for 3 or 4 times in a day.
again,
Like
yeah.
that. Like
I think we it's a drink. We drink very much coffee here. On Grab we order coffee. We drink in the morning, and if we are going working on school, then we take it. So a lot of coffee, but in the evening, I also eat a lot of burgers. So Western food. But I had gado once. I liked it.
Gado. Whoa, me too.
And champur, nasi champur.
Oh,
I also like that. And mee goreng. I love mee goreng.
me goreng. Comfort food here. How about you, Kim?
I really like satay ayam.
Oh, a different taste. Hati ayam? And then maybe anything else?
Nasi goreng. I
Nasi
really
goreng.
like.
Nasi goreng is
everyone's
favorite.
Yeah, a lot of nice food.
Yeah, for me also nasi goreng.
Nasi
and
goreng.
I also had chicken katsu, but I don't know if it's like Balinese.
No,
chicken
it's
katsu.
Japanese actually, but that's
but,
why.
but then nasi goreng is my favorite.
That's a comfort food, like everyone's like nasi goreng, including us, right?
And at the other project, we once tried bakso.
bakso.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. I didn't like it so much. But we wanted to try because next to the streets, a lot of people sell bakso.
Yeah, we also see a person every time with the
Yeah. We can find bakso
Everywhere.
in the street, like in the
Maybe in the like warung.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bakso here.
in our canteen also have
Yeah, we
bakso.
have bakso.
Do you
Yeah.
guys like it, bakso?
Yeah.
Ooh, so much. I like food. I'm a food addicted.
What's your favorite food from here?
For me, for you first.
I'm the most favorite is babi guling. You?
Oh yeah, the pork.
The pork. Like I really like it so much.
We haven't tried it yet.
No,
We're a
not
bit scared
yet.
to try it.
Be careful, you will get Bali belly after. Do you like spicy food, guys? Not yet.
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
And me, I don't know how to pronounce Mikakun,
Gachuan, oh!
Gachuan.
Gachuan.
I had the level 0 and I thought it was a little spicy. So I don't really like so much spice.
Oh, because babi guling is spicy actually, so yeah, maybe not recommended for you guys.
Do you like spicy food?
Yeah, we eat
She really likes spicy food. Like she can put many
chili
on
on my
her
food.
yeah.
Because since I was kid, my mom fed me with chili. Yeah, eat chili. So that's why I like spicy food that so much.
Yeah.
Mhm. So maybe we can move to our main question about your project. Can you explain your project about HIV and AIDS, like what it involves, like the activities or
activity or what do you do
with the
company?
community?
Yeah, exactly. We work on the HIV/AIDS project, and our main focus is we give 2 information sessions at the school to younger people, and we also make this podcast, and we also made an Instagram page. And with that, we wanted to work on the stigma and the taboo about HIV and AIDS here. And for that, we also went to NGO. It's like a non-governmental organization here, Bali Medica, to get some information about how it goes if people with HIV and AIDS go to a clinic. And we also met with you guys another time and had a little interview about what young people get on the schools about HIV and AIDS.
And we also want to go this week to a Puskesmas to ask them about how they process it, just like same as we did in the south. Just ask them questions how they do things
The
around
prevention?
Yeah.
HIV/AIDS. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
And we also made some contact in the Netherlands because we do internships in the Netherlands, and we also get information on the schools, but it was not a very big main character of our school, of our program. So we also got some information by the AIDS funds in the Netherlands to see how it is organized in the Netherlands and lay it besides how it's organized here.
Okay, that's so nice.
Yeah,
Your
so we
project
see
is
the difference a
impactful.
little.
Okay. Who the main groups you work with here? Like, are you work
With students,
student or local
community,
community or the specific risk group like
group?
that?
Like, do you work with them or just some of part of group?
Our main focus this project is on the adolescents, so younger people, because we did some. We looked for information and we saw the numbers are the highest at the younger people. And the last group, they give us some info and tips, and they said maybe you can look at prostitutes, the sex workers, because a lot of young people get HIV/AIDS from that group. So we also wanted to involve that group and see how that goes here.
I see.
And besides that, we also have contact with the Bali Medica and AIDS Fund. So
And we
more
also,
people.
we also write some other NGOs in the south, but they haven't answered yet. So
Oh, I see. You're
So
still
you
waiting.
waiting the
This is them.
answer right
Yeah.
now. Okay.
Nice move, guys.
Terima kasih banyak.
Sama-sama. So, my next question is, what is one real situation you experience here that made you realize HIV and AIDS is not only a medical issues here in Indonesia?
In Indonesia,
Especially in Bali here.
in Singaraja. Right?
I don't understand the question. Sorry.
What is the real situation like that you see or you get information that made you realize HIV and AIDS is not really like not only medical issues but stigma.
Yeah.
and
All right.
I think that's when we went to Bali Medica. We talked there with the nurses there, and we still had a little bit of a feeling like it was a bit. The subject was a bit. Hoe zeg je dat ongemakkelijk? They didn't. Yeah, it was still a bit uncomfy for them
Yeah.
to talk about it.
They looked a little bit down and
Yeah.
were a little bit shy or something. We had the
Yeah.
feeling a little bit shy to talk about it.
Yeah.
They used
I
other
know.
words.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they didn't say some words directly, but they talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we really saw it. There was a stigma and taboo there because they also told that there are some rules here because we talked about the projects and we wanted to give information sessions at school. And we got the information that you can't really talk about everything. There are some rules you need to follow. So yeah, that's when I thought, oh, the taboo and stigma is a little bit bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was here, but yeah.
And it's really hard to just get a solution for it.
because they keep
Keep
the information,
right.
and because the stigma and taboo here.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
a lot of people, a lot of people wanted to be anonymous.
And
They told us. So yeah, that's
yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Because as you can see and heard, because here is still like the stigma and taboo is still big.
In Bali,
we
in Singaraja.
in Bali, Singaraja, but I think our government is also like already make a move to like lowering the stigma and taboo here.
Because how do you experience that here?
Especially us, like here, we don't like into that like HIV and AIDS because we don't really about like studying that major or subject, but our midwifery students, they are like talking with them and then make like activity in community about HIV and AIDS.
Okay. So like a group where they can
Yeah,
talk
group.
about it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
Discussion group.
Yeah, that's
I guess.
really nice.
So you tell what's all the story about how you experience about HPH, and I will ask you, have you faced any difficulty communicating with the community? Like, is there something like difficult about the communicating to your
Like the group
like
that
the group
you
or the
involved with your
involves,
project,
with the
like
project.
maybe challenging you
Yeah.
with how you ask or
Yeah.
communicating about your project.
I think it was a bit difficult because we also wanted to invite a prostitute ourselves, but there was nothing to see. Where we can get in touch with them. Because in the Netherlands we have the red light districts, so it's really easy to go there and just ask them some questions. But here it is not so. You can't see it everywhere. You can't see it on the outside, like.
Yeah.
So that was maybe a bit difficult for us, but we got the help and
Yeah, here is not openly talk about that here. Yeah.
And I think in the Netherlands sometimes we are very direct in asking questions and maybe sometimes too direct.
yeah.
So that we needed to switch that because the other group students, they already told us be careful what you ask. First get a relationship with each other, a good relationship like friends with each other, and then you can ask, but on a not so heavy level, just very smooth and very low communication.
Yeah, so it was sometimes a bit hard for us to,
What
know
can you say
what
or
can you
what can
ask.
you not say?
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
like choose the
Choose the
question
question.
carefully.
Because we
Yeah.
don't want to be rude. So
And I think we're in the Netherlands. Everyone is so direct, so sometimes
Yeah.
we don't see how direct our questions are.
Like
Yeah,
you don't know which one is their
Which one,
question,
yeah.
which
Yeah,
one is like
yeah.
okay, I see.
Yeah.
Talking about HIV and AIDS, we also have narasumber here. Halo Kak. Jadi di sini kita ngomongin tentang HIV and AIDS. Jadi dari mereka juga bakal bertanya-tanya nih Kak seputar itu kepada Kakak. Maybe you have question with our narasumber here, and I will translate it in Indonesian language.
Before we made some questions, and the first question was, how would you describe sex work in Bali in general?
Jadi mereka pengen tahu nih Kak, gimana sih pandangan Kakak terkait pekerjaan seks nih di Bali gitu.
Pandangannya.
Secara sederhana nggak?
Sederhana aja. Kayak deg-degan lah.
Santai aja Kak.
Gimana ya? Seorang pekerja tuh kan nggak ada ya cita-citanya sampai ke sana kan? Nggak ada cita-citanya sampai ke sana. Jadi nggak pernah memandang sebelah mata banget sih sama orang-orang kayak gitu.
Oh iya.
Jadi gimana ya, semua tuh pasti ada alasannya kan?
Ya,
mereka kerja kayak gitu. Kalau bisa di apa namanya tuh? Kalau bisa diminta kan?
Diminta.
Nggak pengen kerja kayak gitu.
Iya.
Tapi karena mungkin karena keadaan
Tuntutan hidup.
kan, tuntutan
Iya.
hidup yang tahu sendiri kan tuntutan hidup sekarang kayak apa.
Iya.
Jadi ya jangan begitu memandang rendah
Iya.
kayak orang-orang kayak gitu.
Iya.
Yeah, I see. So basically, she faced like the work, sex work in Bali is like the normal people work, like because she is also work as that. So like she just see the people like us, like we
Yeah,
work
like
in
we
school,
work.
like work in government or work in company, and she hopes like everyone is not see that work as like a negative one, because
perspective like
oh,
that.
no one is want to work in that work, because in nowadays hard to get like the what we call like the it's hard to work like basic people do, but because it's also like we know we need money, like so no one will choose that, but it's the situational one. So
we
that's,
understand.
And is it then a thing you do besides another job, or is it fully a job?
Dia nanya ada kerjaan sampingan nggak
sampingan
Kak,
nggak,
kayak yang selain pekerja prostitut?
Selain pekerja gitu.
Ya, mungkin kakak
Dulu
jualan.
jualan
Kita
atau
gini, jualan online.
Online,
Kan kita nyari gininya nih, nyari modalnya dari sana, terus kita putar.
Oh, kita kakak
jualan
jalan
online.
Iya, maksudnya kan nggak selamanya kan
Iya,
kerja
iya,
seperti
betul,
itu.
betul,
gitu.
betul.
Kita ya gitu putarin dulu.
dari hasilnya
Iya.
baru kerja.
Kita jualan online. Kalau saya di rumah biasanya gini, bikin keripik.
Oh, keripik apa tuh Kak?
Keripik bawang.
Oh, keripik bawang.
Seledri.
Oh iya. Tahu
Tapi
Kak.
setiap 1 minggu sekali, kalau udah semua warung udah kosong,
Baru kakak
libur
buat.
dulu kerja.
Libur dulu kerja.
bikin
Buat
dulu,
dulu.
gitu. Nanti lama-lama kan banyak pelanggan juga.
Iya, betul ya.
mau mencari jembatan, mau mencari batu loncatan
Oke.
agar selesai kerja seperti itu kita sudah punya cadangan
Yeah, kerjaan
lain.
lain.
okay,
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
So actually, she has another job,
job.
based beside the main job. She selling crepe like onion
chips,
crepe,
chips,
chips,
onion chips, like
chips.
she make onion chips, and then she selling to the
like
warung
warung around.
around her place. So
yeah, the
she
place.
make chip bawang, and then she like online
Online shop.
online shop.
Yeah,
She
they
have
do-
online shop
Yeah,
too.
she do online shop
She do online
also.
shop too.
To make more money.
Yeah.
And then,
And then
so actually, she get the money from the main job, and then from that money she reuse recycle
like make the like make the
to
money for
make like
the
chips, onion,
yeah,
and
like
then
online
also
shop,
online shop.
like
Yeah,
that.
from that.
Ah, okay.
So after she quit from that job, the main job, she can do another job. Like, in the future, she want to continue that online shop, and then also the
making
making the onion chips,
chips, right.
like that.
Ah,
So
nice.
she can make like the langganan subscriber.
no
the buyer
the buyer
from now so she can keep the buyer
Yeah.
from now until the future.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so can bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
We can make maybe a next question.
Maybe what did you already know about Give and Age before starting the work?
What did you do? Kakaknya sebelum bekerja sebagai
itu,
prostitut,
ya.
tahu nggak terkait HIV and
Iya,
AIDS
tuh.
sebelumnya?
sebelumnya
Atau pas sudah kerja
Pas
sudah mengetahui dan teredukasi?
Setelah sudah kerja,
Setelah sudah kerja
baru tahu
ada program
ya,
HIV and AIDS dan lain-lain.
terus penularannya seperti apa,
oh itu akan
Pencegahannya juga seperti apa?
pencegahannya juga, dan saya juga penderitanya.
HIV and AIDS.
Ya, saya pakai lengkap.
Okay. So actually, she is know the like information about HIV and AIDS before after she worked
there.
as prostitute.
And-
So she is also infected with HIV and AIDS. So she know like how to protect and how to prevention the HIV and AIDS
Yeah.
when she is when she already as the prostitute.
And that's then she know the information because she get HIV, and then she get to a Puskersmas or something, and then she get there the information. If I understand it correct?
Ya, oke. Kakaknya pas pas menerima kayak edukasi dan lain-lain itu sesudah terinfeksi
kena atau belum
terkena itu atau
sebelum
sebelum terkena. Dan pas kakak udah tahu nih kakak terinfeksi HIV and AIDS, itu kakaknya ke puskesmas untuk dapat obat secara rutin?
Ke RS dulu, RS dulu, pengobatan selama 6 bulan di sana. Setelah dinyatakan virusnya tuh diam gitu. Tidak aktif lagi. Tidak aktif gitu. Terus dipindah ke puskesmas, pengambilan obat di puskesmas. Nah, rutin setiap bulan ngambil obat, rutin minum obat. Setiap 4 bulan kita cek yang namanya itu viralut. Cek viralut. Itu sekarang udah di fase virus negatif.
Oh.
Maksudnya bukan berarti hilang
Iya.
bukan berarti hilang. Kalau virus itu tidak akan pernah hilang kata dokter. Cuma dia tuh sudah bisa ditidurkan karena kita rajin minum obat,
Pola hidup kakak
pola
bagus
hidup
juga.
sehat. Ya kalau berhubungan ya harus pakai kondom.
Iya.
Okay. So she said or when she knows she is already infected by the HIV and AIDS, she going to hospital to get like the curing one.
Yeah.
And after 6 months, right? 6 months, and doctor said the virus is like inactive. She going to Puskesmas to get the medicine, the
Yeah.
drug
Every month.
every month.
Yeah.
And she eat the medicine.
And then she
And then
change her life, getting better. Like she ate a
Properly,
good she ate a good food, like vitamin, like
good life.
good life.
Yeah,
and then
she make good life.
and also after she routine consume the medicine, the virus is like sleep.
Sleep like sleep.
Sleep because the doctor said the virus cannot be like gone. So it's just sleep, and the like also when she educated to use protection also
Yeah, when she
doing
doing
the work.
Yeah. And is it something the government will pay for, or do people pay for it by themselves?
Bayar.
Pas ngambil obat di puskesmas itu kakaknya
Bayar
atau memang
memang
udah
free?
ngambil free aja?
Free boleh. Gratis.
Oh, gratis. Oh, it's free. It's
Ditanggung
free.
oleh KIS.
Oh, so including by KIS. KIS is like one of program our government.
Extension government like that.
Oh, that's
Like,
nice.
Yeah.
So it's free when
It's free.
Yeah.
the medicine.
She went to Puskesmas and then tell the pharmacy she want to get like medicine for
the
HIV, and then she don't pay it.
Yeah, it's free because it's including with the
Yeah.
KIS, one
yeah.
of program.
Yeah.
And was the process easy if she when she thought she maybe had HIV/AIDS? Was it easy for her to go to Puskesmas? Like the process was that?
Proses
Oh.
itu. Ya.
Pas kakaknya ngambil obat ke puskesmas itu gampang nggak prosesnya? Tinggal ngambil aja atau perlu
Atau
mengisi
ada kayak-
administrasi dan lain-lain?
Tidak, kalau administrasi tidak, ya biasa kan pendaftaran,
Iya,
ya.
pendaftaran.
Terus kita pengecekan, apa ada tambahan penyakit lain
Iya.
gitu kan. Setiap bulan kita rutin dicek kan. Kalau sakit kayak gini tuh rentan ya,
Iya.
rentan sekali sama penyakit-penyakit lain masuk. Jadinya setiap 1 bulan tuh kita wajib dicek seluruh kesehatannya, gitu. Ada batuknya atau panas atau apa gitu. Kalau sudah normal ya kita tinggal ke apotek
Ambil obat.
ngambil obat. Tidak ada tambahan. Tapi kalau seandainya badan panas atau apa, pasti ada tambahan obat.
Oke.
Itu bayar sendiri atau
Tidak.
memang?
Gratis.
Semua di cover
Gratis.
gratis. Berarti aksesnya nggak terlalu susah yang kakak harus sampai kemana-mana itu
Tidak.
nggak ya kak ya?
Tinggal pendaftaran, ngambil obat.
checking,
Iya.
ngambil obat.
So she said when she take the medicine, it's easy. She just have to doing the administration like checking
the name,
and
the address like
address
that.
like that.
So,
And then after that, just take the medicine.
Yeah.
But when she like have another symptoms
like common cold, flu like that, she can take another medicine
medicine.
instead of the medicine of HIV/AIDS.
Okay.
And it's all free.
Yeah, it's all free. It's our government,
Yeah.
including.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
There may be another question.
Yeah.
What kind of misconceptions about HIV and AIDS do you encounter among clients or in the society? That's more about the stigma and taboo, the question I think.
Jadi kakaknya
Ada nggak kayak kakak ada nggak kayak stigma atau gimana bilang atau
miskonsepsi gitu,
miskonsepsi
tentang HIV and AIDS berdasarkan kayak berdasar kayak
di masyarakat
di masyarakat dan
ada nggak
klien
Miss?
kakak
Ya.
mungkin.
Tidak ada karena mereka tidak tahu.
Oh berarti mereka belum.
Yang tahu saya sakit hanya pendamping ya,
Pendamping,
pendamping.
ya.
Setiap orang sakit seperti saya pasti ada pendamping. Pendamping yang setia dengerin
Iya.
di
Curhat.
saat mental lagi
Mental,
kacau
iya.
gitu. Kalau anak tahu.
Anak tahu.
Karena saya mau terbuka sama anak.
Oh,
Sama keluarga saya juga tahu karena saya terbuka sama keluarga, tapi mereka nggak ada yang
nggak
semua
terlalu
ngerangkul.
semua merangkul
Semua
mensupport
ngerangkul.
kakak lah
Iya.
ya.
Makanya ya
Bisa kakak.
dulu nggak segede gini badannya, udah sempet kurus, udah sempet hitam ya.
Oh,
karena
gitu.
apa?
Mungkin pikiran juga kayak
iya.
faktor stres juga kayak.
Dan saya sudah sekarang ini ya,
Iya.
tapi sekarang udah berhenti ngambil obat di rumah sakit
ya.
depresi.
Oh.
Saya sudah di fase depresi, depresi karena mungkin karena
Kepikiran
perjalanan hidup perjalanan hidup kayak pusing
Ya,
gitu.
ya, semua kakak pikirin lah ya,
Iya,
bisa
jadi
dibilang.
meledak. Kadang tempat curhat tuh kagak ada kan.
Iya,
Gitu
iya, ngerti,
jadinya
ngerti.
saya ngomong sendiri gitu, ngomong sendiri. Saya bertanya sendiri, saya ngejawab sendiri, saya menyimpulkan sendiri. Jadi lama-lama kan otaknya ngeblank
Iya,
gitu
iya,
karena
iya.
semua sendiri,
Iya, iya,
mumet
iya,
gitu
iya,
ya, mumet.
mumet.
Akhirnya disaranin
Coba
terapi ke poli
ya.
poli jiwa.
Poli jiwa ya.
Soalnya saya nggak bisa tidur malam.
Oh, sempat nggak bisa tidur.
Nggak bisa tidur karena rasa takut tuh, kayak saya takut tapi saya nggak tahu
Nggak tahu
karena
takutnya
apa
apa.
gitu.
Oke.
Terus saya nggak suka keramaian
Oh, dulu kayak
Dulu.
oh.
sampai sekarang. Dulu itu dah semenjak saya minum obat penenang,
Iya.
ya, malam bisa tidur.
Bisa tidur.
Terus lama-lama saya capek juga minum
Iya.
obat ini, minum
Iya.
obat itu gitu. Saya mau giniin otak sendiri gitu
Iya,
loh,
mau.
maksudnya
Dari
masa
dalam
sih-
diri.
masa sih terus-terusan tergantung
Iya.
sama obat penenang gitu. Ya udah, dengan cara ikhlas. Saya ikhlas bahwa saya sudah sakit,
Ya.
ikhlas bahwa nasib saya sudah seperti ini. Intinya saya ikhlas, ya udah. Saya berhenti ngambil obat depresi, saya jalani hidup saya apa adanya. Itu aja.
Akhirnya bisa
Akhirnya saya lepas
survive.
dari obat depresi, lepas.
Oh.
Walaupun sekarang rada-rada kumat gitu, kadang-kadang saya gini aja sendiri.
Iya.
Nggak mau tergantungan obat.
Udah lama berarti kakak lepas dari obat.
Obat depresi 6 bulan.
Keren.
Udah keren banget sih.
Dulu tapi gara-gara obat depresinya itu juga sih, jadi kayak banyak pikiran yang
Ya pikirannya.
iya, pikiran yang nggak seharusnya dipikirin,
Iya.
itu dipikirin gitu.
Oh.
Jadi ya udah saya
Ya, kakak
memutuskan
coba
untuk
pelan-pelan.
berhenti minum obat depresi.
Mm-mm.
Fokus sama ini aja.
Ini aja. Oh iya. Dan yang kakak rasain udah lebih ya
Udah lebih ikhlas.
ikhlas.
plong.
Makanya kalau saya ditanya ini dan
Mm-mm.
bisa nggak, bisa, mau nggak gitu, mau, nggak masalah.
Iya.
Itu kan nggak semua orang juga yang
Iya.
menganggap
Iya.
sakit gini tuh sebelah mata.
Iya.
Ya, kalau sekarang ya,
Iya, sekarang sudah
Udah
semua sudah
modern,
terbuka kak.
udah
ya.
edukasinya sudah banyak sih terkait HIV and AIDS. So guys, it's a long story.
Really talk about
Whole thing
yeah.
about HIV and AIDS. So in her perspective, actually there's no misconception that she got when she work or something like that. But actually, she's telling us the story. In the first time she infected, of course, like thinking about that and
Overthinking like
overthinking
that.
about the body and her health.
Yeah, her health in the future.
And until she got depression and
She got
take also the medicine. But for now, she is already like loving herself
Yeah.
more. Already let it go, like all of the negative thinking. Already let it go and more like what we call ikhlas.
Like she
Already
let go everything that makes she
already accept herself.
accept herself, like her life, her everything in her. She really acceptance,
Yeah,
right?
that's nice.
Yeah.
And the good thing, she is already cut off the depression medicine. And then it's already 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months she cut the depression,
The
like
depression.
the
Wow,
medicine.
that's nice.
Yeah. And also, I think people around
Her is really nice.
really nice and supportive.
Supportive.
And here also in Indonesia, basically for her, she has like a companion person, like to talking about the HIV and her condition. So it's make her like what we call have a friend to talk.
Yeah. And is it like some community or something, or is it more like friends or family besides her?
Actually, it's like a community.
Community
And
too, and
also
family too,
both.
friends too.
Yeah,
Both
both.
of them like that.
But the community also accompany her about like the medicine, the condition, and each the family is also has as a support system
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah.
So
She can
accept herself
herself
for
and
now.
and do her life for
More
and better like that.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, I think the combi of the two, so and have friends and have a community, that's really good to accept yourself. I think that's really good.
That's right. Because actually, because the internet and the education in Indonesia is also good.
Yeah.
As as I tell you before, here we also learn about HIV and AIDS since we are kids, doing extracurricular KS PAN that I told you. So we also well educated about HIV and AIDS since we are kids. So maybe stigma is still we have, but more lower I thought than before.
Yeah.
And is it something you guys, or is it something you can see that it's getting less?
Yeah, because here when long time ago that is not open as now, like more like where we talk about HIV and AIDS and work related with that, we like no, and we don't want to talk like this. Even we can invite narasumber like ours now. But now because the people also already well educated about HIV and AIDS, and we also already learn about that since we are young.
That's so nice.
And we already open about that.
Very nice. And is it also in her work that she can see the taboo and stigma is getting less?
Tanya dulu kali ya.
Boleh.
Oke. Kak, jadi kita penasaran banget nih di lingkungan kerjaan kakak yang sekarang itu masih banyak nggak stigma negatif terkait HIV and AIDS dan juga masih ada nggak yang kayak di lingkungan kerjaan kakak itulah masih ada nggak?
Kalau mereka tahu mungkin iya sih, tapi kan mereka nggak tahu ya. Mereka nggak tahu.
Oh, jadi masih ada. Itu masih, maksudnya masih tinggi atau udah
Udah kayak
mulai
biasa
mulai
aja,
kayak
kayak-
iya nggak apa-apa.
Udah mulai biasa aja menangkapi sakit kayak itu. Oh iya,
Oh ya nggak apa-apa gitu.
iya.
setiap perbuatan kan ada resiko.
Iya.
Mungkin itu udah resiko Anda.
Iya.
Jadi nggak
Cuma
avoid.
kalau seandainya kita bekerja gitu, ya ingat sadar diri, pakai kondom.
Oh.
Iya.
Tapi udah nggak avoid gitu, nggak kayak
Nggak,
menghindari
menghindari
itu nggak
nggak,
kan ya?
nggak ya, kayak-
Udah. Oh, oke. So guys, she said about the stigma,
Stigma.
is already, the good thing is already lower,
Lower
in
than
the
before than
in
long.
her work environment, yeah, already less. Yeah, because as I talked to you guys, because we are already educated about that,
Yeah.
and they just like, oh, that's the consequences because the work, the consequences. So they don't mind and not avoiding the people who
Yeah,
infected,
who
just like,
infected.
oh,
Just
that's
like-
your consequences, so you get that virus.
Yeah.
No avoiding, not like, not what we call like, no avoiding as like, yeah, avoiding. I don't know the right sentence for that, but there's no avoiding to like infected people that
Yeah,
infected
they
them.
know if they do
Yeah.
the job, they
Yeah,
they get
they
yeah,
get
that-
it,
yeah.
the virus.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and is it something they can talk about with clients about HIV/AIDS or?
no, actually, she said also they don't know about
They don't know about
her condition, about infected by HIV and AIDS, but she knows herself because she is infected. She used protection when she worked.
And is it something she needs to take care of by herself, the prevention, or is it something the government will provide, or?
As we talked before, the prevention is educated about the protection as also the medicine. The government give us the medicine and
Kondomnya itu
and
kondomnya itu dikasih dari pemerintah juga.
oh, the
Beli sendiri.
condoms.
Yeah,
The
like for
protection.
example, yeah.
Untuk kalau
Protectionnya itu
protection kayak kondom itu emang dari kakaknya sendiri yang beli atau memang ada disediakan sebelum?
Ada kadang dikasih juga sama tim puskesmas ya.
Oh,
Puskesmas
iya, iya.
Sawan.
Oh, dikasih.
Tapi kan bagi-bagi.
Iya.
Jadi kalau udah habis ya kita beli sendiri.
Oh, tapi awalnya memang dikasih, di provide gitu ya.
Iya.
Nanti kalau udah habis baru beli sendiri. Oh, so the protection is actually providing by
The
the government, but it's limited.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and when it's already run out, she will buy it by herself.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And because our main focus is on the younger people, does she see a lot of younger people that goes to her? Because the numbers are very high at the younger people.
Yeah.
Like, are there a lot of young people that go?
Yeah, we saw that the group that
Is infected?
the most who
Doing the
who
job.
is going the fastest
Zeg maar.
that are the younger people. So we see the younger people are getting the most fast infected. So is that also what she sees? That there are going more younger people to her, or?
Oke. Jadi Kak, ini ada sedikit pertanyaan yang lumayan unik dari mereka. Jadi kan mereka udah research nih terkait HIV and AIDS.
Udah nyari-nyari
Iya,
informasi.
gitu. Mereka dapat nih data kalau yang terinfeksi HIV and AIDS itu banyak orang-orang
anak-anak
muda,
muda, gitu.
kayak 20-an ke atas gitu. Di lingkungan kakak nih itu banyak yang maksudnya yang 20 atau mungkin bahkan under 20
Ya, under
nih
20.
masih bekerja sebagai yang seperti kakak, dan juga apakah kakak pernah lihat nih yang
ketemu
terinfeksi
nggak yang-
atau enggak ketemu ada komunitinya nih
Iya.
yang umurnya
yang umurnya masih muda,
masih
di bawahnya
muda
kakak
gitu, di bawah
bahkan
kakak.
gitu.
Kalau di tempat kerja rata-rata umurnya udah tua-tua ya. Udah tua-tua nih. Tapi kalau untuk di komunitas, di komunitas kita ini kan ada komunitas nih.
Iya.
Kadang setiap 6 bulan gitu kita ada pertemuan
Temuan.
di Lopina.
Oh iya.
Kita dikasih sembako yang sakit-sakit seperti
Ya.
ini. Rata-rata orang yang dari sana,
Ya.
dari Buleleng mana?
Barat.
Muda-muda.
Muda-muda.
Kebanyakan laki-laki.
Laki-laki.
Karena yang di komunitas saya tuh ada bencong juga.
Oh iya, ngerti.
Kan pekerja gini juga. Jadi banyak orang muda.
Banyak.
Di bawah umurnya
Tapi
kakak.
kalau di tempat saya kerja tidak ada cewek muda. Semuanya udah
Lumayan.
kayaknya saya paling kalau ngomongin umur saya paling muda. Di lainnya udah di atas.
I see. So actually, she has community.
Yeah, community.
With like the HIV, talking HIV and AIDS and prostitute, and also they in her workplace there's no younger people.
Okay.
Yeah, she is. I think she thought. No, I think she thought she is the youngest
The
one
younger-
in her workplace, but in her community in the West Buleleng, there are most younger people there, and also men.
A man.
Yeah, because they also work like her, and they also join the community with her. And in that community, there activities they do, like government give them sembako. What is sembako?
What is sembako? Like-
Sembako like the
Rice, is there
rice and oil for
cooking, noodles, like that.
providing
for
their life
Yeah.
to eat or
eat.
like
Okay.
that. So they have like the activity, a positive activity
Yeah.
in their community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have one question,
Yeah,
and then we already had a lot of questions.
Last question
It's okay.
before we end it. Yeah.
We also have question here.
Oh
actually.
yeah.
Is there something we haven't asked that you feel is important to share?
Can you repeat your question?
We want to ask if there's something we haven't asked yet but is important to tell to us.
Jadi Kak, tadi kan udah banyak nih mereka nanya-nanya, kita nanya-nanya juga nih. Ada nggak satu hal atau beberapa hal nih yang belum kita tanyain tapi kakaknya pengen share nih ke kita semua sebagai anak muda, sebagai pelajar seperti itu.
Teman-teman di rumah gimana?
Ada, silahkan.
Gini, untuk anak-anak muda nih ya. Untuk anak-anak muda, jaga kesehatannya. Terus apa namanya tuh? Kalau bisa, jangan doyan jajan dah.
Iya. Iya.
Jangan. Karena apa?
Ngerti.
Karena dari awal niatnya penasaran.
Iya.
Setelah penasaran, pasti akan terulang lagi.
Terulang.
Nah, setelah itu bahkan ada loh, ada tamu.
Iya.
Ya, tamu nih masih muda, masih SMA. Saya tolak karena apa? Karena saya ingat sama anak saya sendiri dan saya tidak mau kenapa kesini gitu. Kalian tuh masih beban orang tua, bekal pun masih minta sama orang tua. Jadi fokus sekolah, kejar cita-cita kalian. Nanti kalau urusan seks, suatu saat kalau sudah dewasa, pasti akan merasakan.
Oke.
Jangan penasaran dari dini, ntar lama-lama kecanduan. Ya dari kecanduan itu udah penyakit pun akan timbul. Karena apa? Karena kita sudah terbiasa seks bebas. Lagi sekarang kan anak-anak muda
Banyak
Kak ya.
gitu, seks bebas.
Iya Kak.
Jadi stop lah. Jangan bikin masa depan kalian tuh hancur. Nggak enak tahu sakit kayak gini, nggak enak.
Iya
Nggak
Kak.
enak.
Oke. Ya.
Karena yang dipengaruhi kan bukan hanya kita.
Iya.
Kalau masih muda, otomatis dia bisa mempunyai keturunan.
Iya.
Terus keturunannya itu nanti kena juga gitu. Jadi stop.
Ya Kak.
Bisa.
Iya.
Kalau ini sih omongan dari orang yang sudah
Merasakan.
gitu. Tidak enak, sakit.
Ya.
Mental kalian akan hancur dulu sebelum di fase seperti ini.
Iya Kak.
Kakak ini udah termasuk hebat
Iya,
dan kuat ya,
Udah.
udah menjalani itu, bisa
Karena-
sharing juga ke kita.
Karena apa ya? Awalnya sih bukan karena kuat ya, karena udah terbiasa jadi ya udah terbiasa. Kalau ngomongin kuat enggak sih, rapuh juga.
Iya.
Kadang pintar pura-pura aja.
Oh,
Kan nggak semua harus dikeluarin.
iya betul banget
Iya.
ya Kak. Tapi kakak udah
Kakak
hebat
udah
sih,
hebat sih ya,
udah
bisa
berani bercerita, udah
bercerita.
inspiring us nih di sini juga ke teman-teman di rumah bahwa stigma yang
Stigma
seperti itu
itu
seharusnya nggak perlu ya, dan
perlu
kita
dan-
semua itu sama sebenarnya.
Iya,
Dan
karena kan sakit seperti itu kan menularnya tuh
Iya kan
hanya lewat
susah.
Iya,
hubungan,
Iya.
lewat berhubungan, lewat alat suntik kan,
Iya.
alat suntik sama lewat luka.
Iya.
betul
Jadi
sekali.
bukan karena hanya bersalaman,
Bersalaman aja,
kita
Kak,
jadi
ya.
kena,
Iya.
terus satu sendok bareng-bareng
Iya.
kita jadi kena, enggak.
Kadang itu
Iya,
teman-teman sih
kadang
yang-
itu yang
ya.
bikin orang bikin
berpikir.
orang takut berobat,
Iya.
takut bahwa takut menerima dirinya tuh
Terkena
sakit.
sakit.
Karena itu stigmanya
Stigma
itu yang
itu ya, Kak,
ditakutin
ya.
gitu.
Takut orang ngejauh
Iya,
gitu ya Kak ya.
tapi aslinya enggak.
Enggak.
Karena tidak semudah itu,
Itu
penularannya.
penularannya, betul.
Penularannya cuma lewat apa? Lewat
Seks berhubungan.
Seks lah, seks bebas, apalagi kalau seks di luar nalar gitu.
Iya.
Ngerti kan? Itu
Enggak semerta-merta
Nggak
hanya
sentuhan,
pegangan tangan aja
bukan
kayak.
napas saja.
Iya.
Beda
Iya.
hanya kalau TBC.
Iya, TBC.
Kalau TBC kan lewat udara.
Iya.
Iya betul.
Udah.
Udah.
Kalau HIV
Tuh.
kan ya
Gitu ya teman-teman.
Ya, teman-teman, jadi kalau misalnya teman-teman ketemu sama teman-teman kita yang terinfeksi, teman-teman
jangan
langsung
dijauhi.
menjauh.
Betul. Harus dirangkul
Iya,
dia.
harus dirangkul. Kita sama-sama di mata Tuhan.
Iya,
ya.
infeksinya juga, cara infeksinya pun nggak mudah.
iya,
Udah
tidak
sudah
segampang
jelaskan.
itu.
Iya, betul sekali. Mungkin aku jelasin dulu ya Kak ya, ke mereka seperti mereka bingung nih apa yang kita bilang. Oh apa ini ya, apa ini? Are you guys confused what we're talking about? Yeah. Yeah. You're just like, oh, okay. And so she said, what the question is?
The question was, is there something you haven't done that you feel is important to share?
Okay, it's a lot of message
Yeah.
that
she tell
us
and tell to
and to our
friends.
audience
Yeah.
there. So it's long and I don't remember what. Wait. So the main one is we are as the youngest generation, we should be respect ourselves.
Yeah.
And she also know many young people also already do the sex, free sex like that. So she want to the young generation respect themselves, do something to achieve their dream, because achieving dream is important.
Then
Yeah,
do
then
like some
kind the
kind
things
of-
because she said most younger people in Bali especially curious about how
About
the
how to
taste
taste
the sex one.
like that.
So she also experienced that the clients is underage in high school, and she avoid like canceling. I mean, no, I don't want to do it because you are young. You still have dream to achieve.
Yeah.
So she want to inform us as the youngest, stop free sex and do positive things to
things like
achieve the dreams
dream.
and stop cares about that thing.
That thing.
You can also will experience the sex when you
get
already more adult and know the consequences about that.
Exactly.
Because young people, they still don't know. She just want to experience the feel how to be like how to doing sex and something like that. They don't know the consequences about that. Yeah. So
Because when you get that virus, you really feel like everything is done. You like you will really be sad like that. You will be overthinking everything. So don't do
more
Don't do.
physically
Yeah,
will be weak.
Yeah.
When
She tell don't
do that
and
because we still young. We
Yeah.
have a bright future.
Yeah.
So we need to achieve that other than doing sex and get a bad consequence by that. So that's the main
Yeah.
the main message
Yeah.
yang kakak kasih. Because we don't remember all the whole message.
Oke. Lumayan gini ya, deep
Lumayan
sekali
deep
ya
pembahasan kita hari ini ya.
dari
Dari
bagaimana
kakaknya dan
dari
sangat
kakaknya.
menginspirasi sekali kak ya.
Jujur juga ini juga experience pertama kita ya, ketemu kakak, tahu ternyata
Ini juga pengalaman pertama.
pengalaman kakak. Her first experience to meet you guys also.
Maybe one thing. What do you want to tell to
To
her
and then
about
to
our conversation today?
Yeah. If you want to translate it, I think we all wanted to thank her very much to share her story because I know how hard it is to talk about, and that she's so open about all the questions and answered all the questions. I think it's really brave to do it.
And I think it's a really good step because we haven't seen so much that people here talk about it openly, and I think it's a really big step for other people also to come out more and talk about it more. So it's really, I think she makes a lot of impact by doing this.
Jadi mereka mau bilang banyak terima kasih nih kakak sudah datang hari ini,
udah mau sharing
iya
semua,
sama kita
gimana
terkait
perjalanan kakak, cara kakak untuk survive, untuk berjuang sampai sekarang. Mereka tahu kalau kakak sampai sekarang pun pasti melewati banyak hal, banyak perjalanan, fase yang bikin kakak bisa sekuat sekarang. Mereka benar-benar terima kasih banget dan mendapatkan banyak sekali pembelajaran
dan mau berterima kasih juga sama kakak udah mau openly menjawab pertanyaan-pertanyaan dari kami karena hal itu akan berdampak besar ke teman-teman yang di rumah,
teman-teman yang nonton
nanti bahwa hal tersebut kita hindarilah stigma negatif terkait hal
Kalau
tersebut.
bisa jangan terlalu gimana ya sama orang-orang penderita seperti itu, karena yang sebenarnya penderita seperti itu yang sakit tuh mentalnya, mentalnya. Dan sebelum dia di fase ikhlas tuh banyak hal yang harus dilalui itu banyak hal. Jadi jangan terlalu gini sama orang sakit. Ayolah rangkul mereka. Setidaknya kalian tidak bisa memberi solusi, jangan juga menghinanya. Rangkul dia, dekat dia. Sama-sama manusia juga kan.
deep sekali
sekali pesannya. Terima kasih banyak. Kita juga berterima kasih nih kak udah mau ngasih pesan positif sama kita di rumah dan di sini.
Bagi-bagi cerita ke teman-teman juga di rumah.
Sangat menarik sekali ya topik kita.
Ya,
Oke.
oke. Kita udah sampai di
Penghujung ini.
acara.
Ya, closing udah mau
ya.
udah time is up.
Udah kurang lebih 1 jam lebih ya
Ya kita ngobrol-ngobrol di
ngobrol-ngobrol
sini
sama
kakaknya
juga.
and with our beloved Netherlands student we sharing and caring here. So also we learn about HIV and AIDS here, not just because HIV and AIDS is not about just knowledge, but also about empathy, understanding, and how we treat others, right, Ari?
Oke, terima kasih banyak untuk narasumber kita hari ini. Thank you also guys for come here to our podcast Academia Talk, and then
Thank you for everyone to listening up us today, and see you on the next Academia Talk.
Yeah.
Take care.
Take care.
Sampai jumpa.
Sampai jumpa.